Going Through the Fires of Life with Jesus by Pastor Robert McKim. Chapter 24. Quotes from my essay for a college class I took. There are many people in the United States with both visible and hidden disabilities. They range from visible physical health problems to hidden disabilities such as mental health problems, schizophrenia, depression, and bipolar disorder. The American with Disabilities Act, Section 504, protects people against discrimination if they have a hidden disability. So why is it so hard to get Social Security when you have a hidden disability? One reason why is that doctors don't want to diagnose anyone with arthritis, diabetes, neuropathy, epilepsy, and heart problems as being disabled, even though these health problems are debilitating. Therefore, it is hard to get Social Security and other programs such as welfare and the Ohio Bureau of Vocational Rehabilitation because only want to help people with hidden disabilities to find a job placement rather than train them for a job or career the individual client wants or like to do. Jobs programs are geared more toward people getting a job than a career which can make more of a difference in a person's life than just a minimum wage job. People with disabilities not only have problems with finding a job that they can do, but even keeping a job because of their health problems. Many employers do hire someone with a disability or health problems because they get a tax break, but they don't keep the person around long because the person don't fit in or is able to pull their weight like a non-disabled person would. Then there is a high cost of health insurance and workers' compensation. Many employers don't want to make access or make it easier for disabled employees because they feel that they should work just like every other able-bodied employee in the same type of job. There are some employers that hire people that have disabilities, but they are mostly in fast food restaurants and Walmart, where they don't pay insurance, only pay minimum wage, and can let you go for any reason at any time. If you want to go to college to try to get a degree so that you can get more rewarding job than a minimum wage job, you can get a government Pell Grant and student loans to pay for all or part of the college fees at most two-year community colleges. But what they don't tell you till after you start is that going to college is just like going to work. They want you to be in every class each time you have class, or you can lose your grant money, or you may be forced to drop out, pay the college back for classes that you couldn't take, and be turned into collection. Then your education will be put on hold till you can pay the college back, or you may never be able to complete your college education that will help advance in your life and career goals. The problem is that it is your right for the education that you want, but if you are disabled and living on SSI, your rights are even in jeopardy because no one understands what it is to live on fixed income. Colleges may have disability services, but they can't do anything to stop the financial and educational ruin that they put you through due to you getting sick or hurt. Supplemental Security Income, SSI, or Social Security Disability Insurance, SSDI, is two types of income. Income from SSI is the same for everyone in the state you live in because it is a as-needs-based income. And SSI is income for those that have worked and become disabled on the job. It is based on income made while you was working, and it automatically rolls over as retirement, SS income, when a disabled person turns 65 or older. Couples that have worked and become sick or disabled may receive both SSDI and SSI, but if both spouses become disabled or retire, their SS is cut 25% from that of what two separate individuals were to receive. According to NAMI.org website, the most SSI will pay in 2007 is $623 a month and $900 for couples. I received $637 in 2008, and I have been receiving, as of 2009, $674, and in 2012, I received $698 a month to live on, to pay my bills, and have money left to buy personal items, food, and medication. That would be $4.2 an hour, $33.70 a day, $168.50 a week. Minimum wage is $7.25 an hour, $58 a day, $290 a week, and $1,160 a month. This is $486 more than what SSI gives the disabled. I received in 2013 another raise, and it is not up to $710 a month. And now in 2014, it is up to $721 a month. That would be around $4.50 an hour if I was working a full-time job 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Some may say that the disabled receive free medical care, but that is far from the truth. Both state and federal governments have cut medications that people need, dental and eye care that people need, and have to pay anywhere from $1.20 to $3.60 in co-payments for medication. If you worked for 10 years and filed for Social Security for your disabilities and chronic health problems, you will mostly be placed on SSI and receive a small back pay from just the time you filed till the time it took you to receive your first monthly check. If you had many credit cards before you became disabled, and now no longer can pay the minimum on them or what they want, they will keep charging late and over-limit fees. They report you to the credit reporting agencies. You will receive phone calls and letters from credit collection agencies and attorneys that may file to take you to court to get a judgment against you for the back credit you owe. There are attorneys that will tell you that you should not worry about your credit because by being on SSI, you are judgment-proof. But that don't mean that you can't be taken to court and have a judgment put against you and your property. What that means is that as long as you are on SSI, they can't take anything you own or attach SSI. But because there is no such thing in the credit and legal world as cannot pay, when and if you get a job, the creditor will take you to court to get a judgment to attach your wages. Employers don't like to have to take money out of your pay except taxes. Many employers won't hire employees that have credit problems. What creditors and judges don't understand is that the emotional strain of receiving letters, phone calls, and even having to go to court over something you can't pay is enough to make a disabled person have more health problems because of the stress the collection agencies, attorneys, and the court system place on the disabled. There are many people that have hearing problems that go through life that hide their disability because they want to be looked at as being no different than any other person. But after you see the tiny hearing aid in their ear, then you become aware that they are no different than you, except that they have a good-paying job that supports them more than having to live on SSI. The meaning of being disabled is different to many people. Some think that you are only disabled if you are elderly, in a wheelchair, and or have a limb that was lost or deformed at birth. but there are many forms of disability as defined by wikipedia.org/wiki/supplemental security income. People with hidden disabilities have conditions such as cancer, epilepsy, diabetes, lung disease, kidney failure, hemophilia, hypertension, early stages of AIDS, and heart disease. While their numbers are far greater than those of any one disability group, people with hidden disabilities often do not feel like they belong within the disability community because they are not considered to be disabled enough to fit into the group. People with hidden disabilities are caught between not being fully accepted as people without disabilities and not being recognized as having real disabilities. The lawmakers of the Americans with Disabilities Act included people with hidden disabilities under the protection of the law. The law's broad definition of disability includes people with histories of impairment and those who are perceived as having a disability. Further, ADA regulations encourage people with hidden disabilities to disclose their disabilities and seek the full protection of the law. Children with hidden disabilities also are included under the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, the law that ensures a free and appropriate public education for children with disabilities. Children in this category include those with asthma, sickle cell anemia, hemophilia, leukemia, diabetes, and other conditions. Spina bifida occulta is common because I never knew I had it till I was 30 years old. 2 studies undertaken in Great Britain in the mid-1980s suggest that 22 or 23% of people have spina bifida occulta. Even though there is a very slightly increased chance of a slip disc, very few people with spina bifida occulta will ever have any problems because of it. If a person has no symptoms from spina bifida occulta as a child, it is unlikely they will have any as an adult. Whenever there is a change in the weather pattern and you feel joint pain, it could be a symptom of arthritis. According to arthritis research provided by the Mayo Clinic, symptoms of arthritis can be caused by excess amounts of lubricating fluid secreted during wet weather due to changes in the barometric pressure. Arthritis is the inflammation of one or more joints in the body. It affects nearly 70 million adults in the United States. That is approximately 1 in 3 Americans. In recent data compiled by the Center for Disease Control, arthritis is the nation's leading cause of disability in the United States. In 2001, 49 million Americans reported doctor-diagnosed arthritis, and another 21 million reported having symptoms of arthritis. It is very important for people to understand the symptoms of arthritis, the disease itself, and the various arthritis treatments available. Although chances of developing symptoms of arthritis increase with age, this disease is not just restricted to the elderly. About 2/3 of arthritis patients are under the age of 65. It can affect people of all races and ethnic groups. However, more women develop arthritis symptoms than men.